Hey, hey, hey. Where is it? Okay. All right. I think I'm good to go. Hey, go getter. Thank you for tuning in, right? So today I'm going to be talking about why you can't seem to find the confidence to quit. It might not be, what you think or you've been thinking, but I'm going to put you on to a little something today. Okay. If you happen to be here with me live, hey, do me a favor and drop a comment and let me know that you're here with me live. If you happen to be catching the replay, do me a favor and type replay in the comments so that I know that you were here and I'll come back through and show you some love, right? But if you are watching this and for some reason you have no idea who I am and you just so happen to stumble upon my video in your social scroll, it's all good. I know that you are meant to see this for a reason. If you're watching here with me live for whatever reason, whether it's live or the replay, you're meant to see this too. Okay. But that being said, I'm Danielle, the coach. I'm a certified life and leadership coach. I help millennial go getters break up with the status quo and unapologetically create the life of their wildest dreams. A lot of times that looks like millennial entrepreneurs that still are juggling a 9 to 5, helping them to create their corporate exit strategy so that they can quit with confidence, right? One of the things that I do in getting to know my future clients is I offer free strategy sessions to better understand what you have going on, to help you begin to break up with whatever has been keeping you from making moves and decisions to get you unstuck and moving from where you are to where you really want to be, right? Giving you a strategy, right? Understanding that there's strategy and there's execution. So, what I want to do is I want to invite you to book a free strategy session with me. If you feel stuck, if you feel unfulfilled, if you feel like you're not living the life of your wildest dreams, you're not living your best life, you know that there's more out there for you, you become uncomfortable and unsettled in where you are in your career, in your relationships, and in your limiting beliefs and behaviors, and all of the things, and you know you're in your own way, I want you to go to www.daniellethecoach.com/apply. Complete the application, submit it, I'll review it, and if your application passes the test, then we'll have the call, right? Go to www.daniellethecoach.com/apply. And the link is also above or below the video, depending on where you're watching the video, okay? Why I want to share um, why you can't seem to find the confidence to quit, right? So I think about where I was in my journey before I quit, like the second time. Because I've done it twice, right? I've quit 2 six-figure jobs. Um, if you know any parts of my story, right, the second time it stuck. And I remember being in the space where I was feeling all of the things that I just described, right? Unfulfilled, like I was withering away at my desk. Like I knew that I was not going to retire from that particular organization. I knew something had to give. I became a little bit disgruntled just because I wasn't happy in life. Like what I was spending the most of my time doing, I did not enjoy anymore, right? I fell out of love with what I was doing and what it took for me to do, what it took for me to what I had to do in order to even show up to do that, right? So it was just a compounding problem, and I was going nowhere fast. And so I remember thinking to myself, well, how do I get myself out of this? I have over a decade of experience, in this career, like with the federal government, in this organization. I basically grew up in the organization, knew it inside and out, well connected, all of the things, had a storied experience until I became uncomfortable and decided that like this is not doing it for me anymore. So I get to this point and I'm just like, well, how did I get here? And how do I get myself out of here? Right. But it's a little bit more complicated now. I'm making decent money. I'm making six figures. I'm comfortable in the sense of I know the organization. However, the work that I was doing, specific work that I was doing, I was over it. So it's just like, okay, I've developed this skill set, although I am multifaceted and I can do a couple of different things, um, what skill what skill is going to pay the bills in this next season, because I know I don't want to be here any longer. And so it was the constant like mind wreck of how do I get myself out of this, right? It took me 12 years to get here. And now, like, I'm ready at the drop of a dime to do something different. How in the world am I going to do this? And this is the part, the end. How am I going to do this and not have to find myself at the bottom of the totem pole? Um, because I still want to be able to afford myself some semblance of the lifestyle that I had at that time, making six figures, right? And so for me, it was just like I have no I have no idea how to do that. And so because I had no idea how to do it, guess what I kept doing? Showing up for that same job, making that hellish 2-hour commute and working that job in the 2-hour commute back home, right? And I'm going to tell you what was missing after I share this one thing, right? So if you just happen to pop on, if you missed what I said earlier, I want to invite you to book a free strategy session with me, right? If you're in that space of not knowing how to make next happen, if you have no idea how to shift out of what's no longer serving you, you're ready to quit something. It could be a career, it could be a job, it could be a relationship, it could be like limiting behaviors that you're well aware of, but you don't have the support and accountability to help you see it through. I want you to book this strategy session with me, right? Because you don't have to stay stuck and you don't have to go on this journey alone, right? And so, what the strategy session is going to afford you is just that strategy to get you from where you are to where you really want to be. And I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you, right? When we have the session, if I feel like you're a good fit for what I have to offer, I may make an invitation for you to work with me. Now, the strategy session is free, but to work with me further is not, right? So I just want you to know, full disclosure going into it, like what might be waiting for you on the other end of this conversation, just so that you can come in like guns blazing, locked and loaded, and ready for what might be possible. Okay. So if you are a go-getter, you may have lost your steam, you may have lost, your confidence. You know in your gut that you aren't living life to the fullest. You know that there's so much more out here waiting for you. But you just don't have all of the answers right now. I want you to know that it's okay, but this call is for you. If you're looking to just chop it up, um, pick my brain, I need you to sit this one out. This is not what this is about. This is for people that are really ready to do something different, to see different results, and legit position themselves to create the life of their wildest dreams. Like, your purpose is dependent on it. Like, in order for you to live a life of no regrets, it's go time, right? I only work with go getters, period. And it's not because you are a self proclaimed go getter, it's because your actions speak for you in that sense. So if that's you, if you are who I described that is for, click the link above or below the video wherever you're watching this. Um, Complete the application, get on my calendar, and let's chat. Like, I'm looking forward to it, right? This is why I do what I do. Okay. So back to my story. And the title of this particular video is why you can't seem to find the confidence to quit. It's because you don't have clarity. Clarity is the thing that breeds confidence. When you know that you know that you know what it is that you're doing, you know where it is that you're going, it's nothing to it but to do it. And you take it one step at a time, one day at a time. It's nothing to it but to do it. And so when you find yourself swirling and feeling stuck, is because you don't have clarity about what you're going to do. You need to get clear, right? And so what's the process of getting clear? You got to ask yourself some hard questions. And maybe you don't have the capacity to ask yourself the questions that you really need to ask because you're too close to the problem. You probably need to book a strategy session with me, right? And let me help you out with that. but you lack clarity, because if you were clear about what was next and you were certain about the direction that you were going, as a go-getter, go-getters get up and go get it, one step at a time, knowing that you're not going to know all 1 million steps that it's going to take to get from where you are to where you really want to be, but knowing that the next step will reveal itself in due time. But you just got to take the first step, and then the next step, and then the next step, and then the next step, and be relentless and unapologetic about what it is that you said that you wanted until you get it. It's the clarity thing. And yeah, it's easier said than done to say, oh, just go get clear, get clarity, make a decision. Right. But then it begs the question of, well, what's the right decision? What's the best decision? Ask me how I know. Okay. I'm with you and I got you and I understand, which is why I avail myself to have the strategy session, right? Because if you are tired of being tired, if you're tired of having these same conversations with yourself because you can't really share with many other people because they wouldn't understand in the first place, why you would dare leave what's comfortable and what's safe to go do something risky, right? But because you know that there's a possibility of greater reward on the other side of that risk, so you're interested, but you just need confidence to go do it. And because you don't have the clarity, the confidence is lacking. Listen, it's a vicious cycle, but I got you and I understand you because that's been me, right? It has been me. So the thing that's keeping you from being confident about quitting what's no longer serving you, regardless of whether it's a job or career or relationship, or ways you're showing up in the world, limiting beliefs and behaviors that you are aware of, right? Clarity. Clarity is key for you, and clarity is going to change the game. Clarity breeds confidence. And so if don't my I share this because I don't want you to beat yourself up about not being confident. I want you to redirect your focus to the clarity piece. Focus on getting clear and trust that the confidence will come. And if you need help getting clear, you're not sure what questions, the right questions to ask yourself. You're not sure what how to think about what's next. That's a sign that you don't need to do it alone. That you can't do it alone, right? Because if you could do it alone, you would have already done it. We're not meant to do life alone. Like, we all have gifts and we're supposed to work together. We're better together. So the question then therein is, are you going to lean into what's possible and ask for the help that you need? Or are you going to continue to row that boat of discomfort, and disgruntledness and mediocrity because you're too proud to ask for the help and support that you need or to even explore what's possible? That's my question for you. So, however that lands on you, I want to make the invitation one more time to book a free strategy session with me. You go to www.daniellethecoach.com/apply, or you can click the link that's either above or below this video, and it'll take you right there. Complete the application, and if your application does what it's supposed to do, then we'll have that conversation. Okay. I am so looking forward to this. I am so excited about, your breakthrough and what's on the other side of your yes, on the other side of you taking off your cape for a spell and asking for the help and the support that you need. Um, hey, because where two or more of us come together, it's a done deal. So if you caught the replay, do me a favor and type replay in the comments if you haven't already. And if there is something that was a major takeaway or a key aha moment for you, let me know that too in the chat. Let me know or in the comments.